Yeah, with us starting this program from scratch in the January of 2023, and from the very first day that we started this program and built this program, there was one thing we wanted to be known for, and that was shattering your ceiling and having our athletes not only accomplish things they didn't know were possible, but see things that they didn't know were possible. And I think as I think about entering season 2 and just having very different feelings about this season than I did last year, with it being season 1 and the first one, is I just keep thinking about the growth that I've seen in our program. And I think the number one thing you're going to see in Team 2 and this year's team is just development from last year. And of course, you're going to see it in some obvious ways. I think the way we play the game is cleaner. I think the way we play the game is a little faster, a little crisper. But I also think you're going to see it in the way I coach. Like, I need to be better than I was last year. Our staff needs to be better. And I think you're going to see it in their routines. And I think you're going to see it in how our athletes interact with each other, how they handle failure and things like that. So I'm just really excited to start this season. The mindset is much more about, let's show everybody what we've done over the last year. And the confidence we have going into it is just in a different place, just given the experience we got through season 1. But yeah, I think this team is going to be known for growth and development and showcasing a side of Vanderbilt volleyball that we didn't see last season.
Yeah. What do you see your transfers bringing to the team this season?
Yeah, I think our roster makeup is pretty unique in that we have the heart of our roster back, and that we have the heart of the people that started this from day one with us still, and those are the Hailee Macks and the Reese Anamashans and Ellie Kinneys and things like that. But we had a really successful portal window in the winter, and I think that was our first kind of indication of as a staff of just the vibe and stories that we were telling throughout the season. We were putting our program in a really good position to be successful in the portal. And the first one I want to start with is Avery Scoggins, and she is a second-team All-Conference Big 12 honoree last year, and made All Big 12 as a freshman as well. And just a really underrated setter and how she controls the court. And we knew she was good from watching her play, obviously, when she got in the portal. But getting to coach her has been really fun, and she's one of those players where the more you coach her, the more you realize the value she adds to your team. And yeah, she makes us go, and I'm really excited for people to see that. And an area where I think Avery's strengths showcase the most is transition offense. So when we're in the middle of rallies, the quality of swings we're taking are at a higher level because we have Avery on our team. Another transfer I want to highlight is Sam Wunsch, and Samantha is a grad transfer for us, a former Sunbelt Player of the Year, and we've had a lot of luck with grad transfers, and I expect that to continue here in our program. But Sam is one of the most unique-minded athletes I've gotten to coach in terms of her determination. She is tweaked in the best way, as I tell her. But Sam wants to be good at such a high level, and she wants to do it at a place like this where she knows she can leave a big legacy. And so those two alone are just have elevated our roster. They've elevated how we approach matches, and they've elevated our competitive mindset for sure.
You exhibitioned TCU this past weekend. What did you learn about your team from that?
Yeah, CCU's preseason ranked number 18. They have some really big arms, and their offense is really impressive. So we knew we'd be going into a really tough test. I honestly didn't think we played that well. And, the more time it sits with me, I think it's a good thing because it's gotten us a little hungrier. But our good was really good. Our high-level stuff was very high level. And, the third set, the first 3 sets, starters versus starters, we were really even with them. And again, I didn't think we were playing our cleanest, so that was encouraging. But yeah, we saw some cool progression throughout the match, and our offense in set 3 was, like I said, something I don't think I've seen us do in the past, of just how consistent we were and how balanced we were. So all in all, very, very confident that we're going to learn a lot from it, and also feel like it showed our team like we can compete at a really high level when we're clicking.
Coach, you had a really successul SEC tournament last year where you were able to stack 2 of those wins, and then eventually the season with the national champion, Texas A&M. Is there anything that you kind of learned from that tournament that you can kind of bring forward to this year?
Yeah, I think just going back to how I started this, we have to learn. That's the program's, you just have to if you're in this program. And I have learned a ton from it. I think our staff has learned a ton from that experience, and we changed our mindset, and we became incredibly process-driven versus results-driven, and situation kind of forced us to do that. But it worked. All the changes we had made behind the scenes worked. So to get that validation heading into the offseason is huge. And I think of players like Maya Witherspoon, who got a taste of action and definitely got better throughout the season, but she played really well down in Savannah. And she attacked attacked the offseason and just went at it with a hunger that I haven't seen from her before. And you don't get that if you haven't tasted success. So I think what it really was like a launching pad into the offseason for us.
With the, you mentioned the importance of grad transfers, and now with the NCAA giving more people a fifth year, how do you think that will help your program going forward?
There is not a better place to be a grad transfer than Vanderbilt. I mean, you get to live in Midtown in an apartment. You get to get a degree from one of the best places in the world. And then you get to compete in the SEC. Like, how is there something better than that? So if you don't think that's on our staff's mind all the time, and if you don't think that we're reserving spots on our roster for grad transfers, you'd be crazy. But yeah, I think we're going to become the destination for grad transfers. And that's how we're talking about it within our staff and within our program.
Anyone have any other questions? Perfect. Well, thank you, Coach Wanders, for your time.
Yeah, thank you all. Excited for you to talk to Kayla and Hailee.
You're more than welcome to stay. Guys, this is Kayla Dunlap and Hailee Mack. Hailee is the first founding member of the Vanderbilt volleyball team, and Kayla is a Nashville native. So if you guys would like to go ahead and start with questions, you're more than welcome to do so.
Hailee, you kind of got your feet wet last year playing in the SEC. What did you learn from that experience, and what are you hoping to grow on this year?
Yeah, I think it was a learning season for a lot of us on the team. And I think just going against some really tough servers, some tough hitters, and each game is new, and it's you have to flip the page, learn a whole new scout. So I think just the fast-paced environment was definitely a shift from high school, and I think I'm ready to approach the season just ready for the learning curves.
What about you, Kayla?
For me, I think it was definitely a learning experience, and throughout the whole season, we definitely tend to get better, and we competed against some really competitive teams that went to go really far in postseason, and I think they got a little bit of taste of our postseason, too, in the SEC tournament. So going from that, I think we're just kind of staying hungry and ready to, attack this year and take, our learning opportunities from the moment that we start.
What did you both learn about the team from the exhibition against TCU?
I think we learned how competitive we can be. I think we've seen it in the practice gym. I've never wanted to get in the gym more with a group of girls, especially over the summer when we're all doing our internships or we're busy over the summer, but coming into open gym, we're all ready and just love to compete. And so I think getting to do that against someone else besides us was just so refreshing, and I'm just ready to get to do that again this Friday.
I think for me, it showed how dedicated everyone was. We had, I think, one of our best summers ever. Everyone was competitive, intentional, and we grew a lot. And going into this season, I think that was a great start for us to learn our weak points, what we needed to change, and it set the standard for how we want to start seasons.
Is there anyone that you thought had a really great off season, during training?
I think Avery Scoggins, our setter, she's just insanely competitive, and I'm competitive too, so I just think anyone who wants to get after it and is always wanting to win is so fun to be in the gym with. And she's just a great leader overall on and off the court, so she was definitely a great addition to our team for this season.
I would echo that also with Reese and Michonne. She was here with us last year, but she's just kept getting exponentially better. And she's one of the most intentional people I've ever met. So I'm very grateful to have both of them leading our team.
Yeah, Kayla, being from Nashville, how exciting was it when you heard that Vanderbilt was starting up a program, and you know, what made you want to be part of it?
Yeah, it was just, I guess, a revelation of everything that I wanted with school. It was like a school that has great academics that also will like push yourself for athletic like competition, and learning that that was an opportunity for me was like very eye-opening. And when I was able to talk to the coaches and realize that this is the program for me, I was very grateful that I was able to find a place to shatter my ceiling and become better in every area.
Any other questions? Perfect. Well, thank you, ladies,
Thank
for
you.
being here.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.